How you doing, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I guess what we're going to talk about is, well, you know, we had that shot taken at Donald Trump, didn't we? Somebody fired that round from from the roof of that building at that rally. He got grazed in the ear. Now, keep in mind, this is being recorded several days after his convention speech. So, uh, y'all know that he survived. You've all heard the conspiracy theories about what happened. In fact, you can probably hear Molly over here, and she's not overly happy with, I don't know, something going on, maybe with the cats, maybe she's upset with me for talking about it, but who knows. Anyway, the shot was taken. Secret Service, they did their part. No, they did, but they didn't. They dropped the ball in letting the shooter get up on that roof. I know they said, local police in Pennsylvania, they were supposed to be responsible for that. Well, maybe so, but Secret Service, sorry, but you are overall responsible for the people that you're in charge of protecting, be that presidential candidates, former presidents, current presidents, vice presidents, whoever you're in charge of protecting. And that's not even a complete list, as you well know. But, the conspiracy theories on this are just outrageous. The conspiracy theories on the left saying, well, Trump staged it. Really? First of all, do you think he's that smart? He's that much of a showman, but do you really think he's that smart? I don't think he's smart enough to pull something like that off. He is showman enough to do it. But to have that bullet come, whiz right by his ear, just nick his ear right there, when he turned just like this at exactly the right moment that it would have nicked his ear, no, you couldn't choreograph that. I'm sorry. Cannot be done. Too much room for error. And to say that, well, he didn't fire live rounds, well, then explain the dead guy. Explain the dead guy. And whether or not you like the dead guy's politics or not, he was protecting his family. That's something to be admired. A firefighter did what he was supposed to do by protecting his family. And you know what? I may not like the way that he was going to vote in this upcoming election, but you got to have respect for the way that he did what he was supposed to do as a father. It wasn't staged. It wasn't an inside job. Trump didn't fake that. And on the right wing, for you people to be saying, well, this was Biden trying to take Trump out, or it was the deep state, or the Secret Service was in on it, or it was the FBI or the CIA or whoever. Come on, really? How long has Trump been been politically active, right? He came down that escalator in 2015. He wasn't very popular then. He was within his own base, and he remains popular within his own base. But he's not a popular person. He's not. And I don't think he ever will be, really. But, to say that they wanted to take him out, well, first of all, they could have stopped him from becoming president after the 2016 election. They could have stopped him from being elected to begin with. They could have eliminated him during his presidency. They could have eliminated him after January 6th. They could have eliminated him at any time. They didn't. You know why? Because it's not some vast conspiracy to take the guy out. If there was a conspiracy to kill Trump, Trump would be dead. It's that simple. It's that simple. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. But if you want to say that Biden was in on it or Biden ordered it, well, guess who argued for presidents to have absolute immunity for official acts? Trump's lawyers made that argument in front of the Supreme Court. They won that case. And so if Biden did order it, which he didn't, but if he did, what are you going to do about it? He's president of the United States. He can't be prosecuted for what he did. Of course, if he did, and it can be proven that he did, should he be prosecuted? Yeah, of course. He didn't order it. First of all, if he did, it would have been successful. And second of all, he's got immunity. So, nothing you can do about it, right? Sure, whatever. So, Trump survived an assassination attempt by a 20-year-old kid who, by the way, is a Republican. And he was known to take political sides, conservative political sides on issues. He was a bit of a loner, a bit of an outsider. He was an outcast. He was bullied. He had MAGA signs in his yard. He took a shot at Trump. He was also searching for Biden, by the way. Of course, he was also looking up Fani Willis and Rudy Giuliani, and there were others on both sides of the aisles. I don't remember all the names, but he was looking people up on both sides of the aisle. Kind of makes me think it wasn't political at all. I think he was going to take a shot at whoever he had the first chance to shoot. And the reason that I believe that is because it wasn't politically motivated. It wasn't. Just because it was a political candidate doesn't mean it was a political motivation. Now, can I prove what I'm saying right now? No. And I may be proven wrong on this. I'm willing to tell you that this is what I think is likely to come out. I'm not stating it as an absolute fact. This is what I think we will learn. And if it comes out that I'm wrong on this, I can accept that. Why do I think it's not political? First of all, a Republican shooting at the Republican presidential candidate. Okay? If it's political, maybe it's because Trump tried to distance himself from Project 2025. I doubt that's it. He was also searching for Biden, and he was searching for, other political individuals from both sides. And he was tracking where they were going to be. It sounds to me like it was likely to be, most likely, a Lee Harvey Oswald type situation, where Lee Harvey Oswald, he didn't have any particular political motivation for taking out John F. Kennedy. It wasn't because, let me put it this way. If Richard Nixon had won the 1960 election, and he had been there at Dealey Plaza in Dallas on that same day, in November of 1963, if that had been Richard Nixon in that car instead of John F. Kennedy, Oswald would have still taken the shot. I'm convinced of that. And the reason I'm convinced of that is because Oswald had delusions of grandeur. He was he was not a great man, but he saw himself as a great man. I think you're going to find out the same thing about crooks. Delusions of grandeur. That's what I think is the most likely scenario. And if it's not that, then maybe it's that he's trying to impress Jodie Foster. For those who don't get that reference, John Hinckley, who shot Reagan, he was trying to impress Jodie Foster. And obviously this kid's not trying to impress Jodie Foster. It's maybe, that pretty girl in school that never looked his way. Didn't even know he was there. That's what I think we're going to find out with this. Do I know this to be a fact? No. I just think this is likely what's going to happen. And when we find out the truth, if we ever find out the truth, I'll let you know. In the meantime, I guess we'll see you later.